Before I became a professional musician, I worked at a big major media company, and I would gaze outside of the window of my cubicle. Yes, I had a window. I was a lucky one. And it was then I made the decision, I'm gonna be a professional musician. And maybe you're in that same boat. Well, I gotta tell you, I was a little bit nervous about doing this whole professional musician thing because I knew that I'd probably be taking a pay cut. So I had to get good with money. Fast. Here are 6 finance tips that will help you on your musical journey. And to be honest with you, you don't have to play an instrument to follow these finance tips. They're pretty much applicable across the board. Just a little disclaimer though, I'm not a financial advisor. These are all anecdotal and just things that have worked for me. This is all my opinion and follow at your own risk. However, I will say all of these things have really helped me personally out a lot. So I'm sitting at my cubicle, gazing out the window, and I've made the decision I want to be a professional drummer. The first finance tip I have for you is give yourself a raise. But Justin, I can't give myself a raise. How do I just give myself a raise? I'm talking about go through all of your expenses, eliminate the ones that you don't need. Like, do you really need the Hulu subscription? Do you watch cable anymore? I mean, who watches cable? You can also give yourself a raise by negotiating the things that you could get lower. For example, I just personally switched my mobile service. I went from AT&T to a service called Mint Mobile. This is not a sponsored ad, but they got a really good deal that's like $10 a month for the next 6 months, and then after that it's like $20 a month. So I saved myself a good chunk of change, and I gotta tell you, the service is pretty much the same. Internet seems fine, no dropped calls. I'm happy with it. That was a way that I personally negotiated my phone bill down, and I saved myself like $35 a month. That brings me to tip number 2, which is save $1,000. Whoa, $1,000? I've never saved anything in my life, Justin. What are you talking about? With all that extra cash you have coming in because you eliminated expenses, boom, save $1,000. It might take you a while, don't worry, just slowly start to save it.
Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here because as I was putting this together, I thought of another way that you could save some bread, and actually this is something that I did. I had a yard sale. Well, not really, but I got rid of a bunch of stuff. You could have a yard sale if you want, but I sold old gear that I didn't use anymore. I put it up on Reverb. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I just got off of a run. But yeah, get rid of all the old DVDs, and I think I had like a space heater that I didn't use anymore, and really just take an inventory of all the stuff that you have and see what you can sell. Take it to a pawn shop, have a yard sale, sell it on Reverb. With the internet, it makes it super easy to sell your stuff and have a fully funded emergency fund. Okay, back to the video.
This is going to be your emergency fund. You'll be surprised what having $1,000 in your account, the confidence that you get knowing that it's there in case of emergencies. That's right, people. This is your emergency fund, only to be used for emergencies. Your car breaks down, bam, $1,000. Unfortunate health stuff, God forbid, boom, $1,000. This is not a time to go out and buy your favorite vinyl cymbal or take a trip to Brazil. $1,000, don't touch it unless you absolutely have to. Alright, so you've given yourself a raise, you've got $1,000 saved up. What do you do next? It's time to get out of debt. Oh, it hurts so good. No, but I'm serious. Before making the jump into professional music land, I paid off the car, I paid off all my credit card bills. And I'm pretty lucky in that that's all I had to deal with. It was about, I don't know, $7,000 worth of debt. Now I know some of you might have mortgages or even more debt to tackle. And I'm not saying that it would be easy to get rid of all of your debt. However, I am going to recommend a book that changed my life, and that's Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. Not a sponsored video here, it's just a really good resource. I'll put a link in the description below. It's got step-by-step instructions on how to get rid of debt, and it just really helped me out. I think it'll help you out. Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover if you want the full details on how you can tackle your debt. given yourself a raise, you've saved up $1,000, and you've paid off all your debts. And you're out there, you're playing, you're getting gigs. What are you gonna do when you get paid? The fourth financial tip I have for you is pay your taxes. Look, I know it's easy. You get $100 and you're like, woohoo, yeah, I'm treating everybody to dinner. But it's like, hold on, Uncle Sam needs to take a little off the top before you do anything. Some people suggest 20% of whatever you earn. Some people say 25. I keep it safe and I save 30%. Because come tax season, you will thank yourself. Tip number 5, that's gonna help your drumming. Pay your future self. I'm talking about a retirement account. Have you thought about retirement? I know I didn't. Every month I set aside 15% of my income. I personally use a company called Betterment. Again, not a sponsored ad. That's just the company I use because I put the money in, I don't even think about it, and they have a cool feature where I can allocate the amount of risk that I want to take. I'll put a link down to Betterment below, but I suggest doing your own research, talk to your own financial advisor about getting into retirement because your future self will thank you. And the sixth and final tip that I have for you, expand your emergency fund. Find out what it is you need to live each and every month and save 3 to 6 months worth of that amount. Some people go crazy and they save a whole year, but do what's right for you. Do what you feel you're comfortable with. Again, this is just for emergencies. This is for the dry seasons. Like I gig all year round, but January and February tend to be a little bit lighter. So for those times, that's what that money's for. And that's it. 6 financial tips to help you on your musical journey and to help your drumming or whatever it is your passion is. Step 1, give yourself a raise. Step 2, save $1,000. Step 3, get out of debt. Get it out of here. Step number 4, pay your taxes. Step number 5, pay your future self. Step number 6, expand your emergency fund. You will be happy you did. Guys, if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe. Links of everything I talked about in the description. And of course, if there's anything that I left off this list that you think should be on this list, leave it in the comments. Because I'm always trying to get my finance game stronger so that I could do the thing that I love the best and not have to worry about the burdens of finance and All right, that'll do it for me. Until the next one, later.